He slapped me. Is this my forever? It's supposed to be the happiest time of my life. 3 years with him. My love, my partner, the one I thought I would spend forever with. But now I don't know what to believe. I don't know if I'm safe, if I'm loved, or if this is the beginning of something I might not be able to escape from. I never thought my love story would be like this. At 22, I'm supposed to be carefree, living my best life, planning my future. But instead, I'm stuck in a whirlwind of confusion, heartache, and fear. Let me take you back. It all started 3 years ago. I met him at a time in my life when I was just beginning to understand what it meant to love and be loved. He was everything I wanted in a partner: kind, loving, generous, and attentive. He made sure I never wanted for anything. Money was never an issue. He gave me everything I asked for. The stability and care he showed me made me feel like I had found my soulmate. I felt blessed, and for the first time, I thought I was truly happy. Then came the pregnancy. My world was about to change forever. It was unexpected, but we both embraced the news. He was thrilled. I thought it was the next step in our beautiful journey together. But little did I know, it would also become the source of everything that would begin to unravel. In my culture, things are done a certain way. Before the baby arrives, the bride price must be paid. It's a tradition, and as much as I wanted to go along with it, there was this unspoken pressure hanging over me. He hadn't even discussed meeting my family, much less paid the bride price. He always assured me everything would be fine, that he'd take care of me. But something deep down made me feel uncertain. Maybe it was just my own fears creeping in, but it felt like there were pieces of our life together that were slipping through the cracks. I found myself talking to my childhood friend more often, a man I'd known since secondary school. He'd always been there for me, and I trusted him with my secrets. He knew about the pregnancy, about my concerns, and my confusion about my boyfriend not coming to see my parents. I confided in him, venting about how my partner hadn't even mentioned coming to my family to ask for my hand in marriage, which in my tradition was a significant step. What I didn't know was that this would become the catalyst for something I could never have imagined. A few days ago, everything changed. I was sitting at home, scrolling through my phone, when my boyfriend came in unexpectedly. His face was a mixture of anger and disbelief. He had seen the messages on my WhatsApp between me and my childhood friend. I knew immediately something was wrong. His face was cold. The warmth from the man I loved was gone. I tried to explain, to tell him that my friend and I had always been just that, friends, but he couldn't hear it. He was consumed by jealousy, by a possessiveness I had never seen in him before. In a split second, everything escalated. His hand came down hard on my face, the force of it shocking me to the core. The slap echoed in the silence of the room. And then another, and another, 3 times, each one more painful than the last, not just physically, but emotionally. This wasn't the man I had fallen in love with. This wasn't the man who had promised to protect me. Tears welled up in my eyes as I tried to make sense of what was happening. He stood there, his fists clenched, his chest heaving with rage. I was scared, too scared to speak. All I could do was whisper, trying to explain that nothing had happened between me and my childhood friend. It was innocent, but my boyfriend was too lost in his anger to listen. He demanded that I dress up, that I show him the guy. He wanted to see him with his own eyes, to confront him and prove to himself that I was lying. And then, like a twisted plot line, he saw the truth. I wasn't dating this guy. We had never been anything more than friends, and all the messages I had sent him were simply about the struggles I was facing with him. It was nothing to be jealous of, nothing to worry about. But by then, the damage was done. He was on his knees, begging for my forgiveness, apologizing for what he had done, his voice trembling. He kept saying he was sorry, that he had overreacted, that he didn't know why he let his jealousy take over. But I couldn't just forget what had happened. I couldn't just ignore the slap, the fear that surged through my body. What if it happened again? What if he hit me again, in a moment of rage, or worse, when we're married and things go wrong? What if this was just a glimpse of the man I would be married to? Could I trust him? Could I trust myself in this relationship? I didn't know. I couldn't be sure. Now, as we prepare for marriage, I'm at a crossroads. I feel trapped between love and fear, between wanting to believe that he's truly sorry and knowing that something inside me has shifted. How can I walk down the aisle when a part of me is terrified of what might happen after? I've tried to forgive him, I've tried to move past it, but the nagging feeling in the back of my mind won't go away. And I'm not sure if it ever will. It's like there's a part of me, a voice I can't ignore, that tells me this is the beginning of something dangerous. What if this isn't love? What if it's control? What if I'm making a mistake, one that I'll regret for the rest of my life? And so, I find myself standing here today, unsure of what to do. Should I continue with the marriage preparations, pretend that everything is okay, and hope that it will never happen again? Or should I walk away now before it's too late? Can I ever trust him again? Can I ever trust myself? If you've ever found yourself in a similar situation, caught between love and fear, or questioning whether the person you love is really who you thought they were, I need to hear from you. What should I do? Should I forgive him and move forward? Or is this the beginning of something much darker? Please, leave a comment below with your advice. Your words could be the ones that help me find the courage to make the right choice.